Hey everyone, I am back. It's Dr. Hammond here with your mental health moment. I hope that you've had a wonderful week. For those of you who are tuning in, welcome back and thanks so much for tuning in. For those of you who are brand new to Mental Health Moment, and this is your first mental health moment, welcome, welcome. We are here live every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Black Women Empowered Incorporated Facebook page, YouTube, and LinkedIn Live. Thanks for those who are starting to join here. It's Dr. Hammond here with your mental health moment. Let me know in the chat where you're tuning in from today. For myself, I am tuning in from the Tampa Bay area of Florida. It has been a fantastic voyage, I feel like, the last couple of weeks here. So I am live today with you all, but I don't even know how many cities I've been in over the last couple of weeks. It's been a whirlwind this month, but all good things. So on today's mental health moment, I wanted to share with you and remind you of the importance of mindset. I did want to remind you all that I'm super excited about my next book that is coming out. Is that it is on pre-order now. You can go to mindsettrainingbook.com and pre-order the book and get some bonuses and some goodies, which I'm excited to give out for pre-ordering. But nonetheless, I wanted to share a couple more tips today on mindset, which is interesting because some of the podcast interviews I've been on recently, they're just kind of like, it's like, what's the secret to life type of thing. And if I could answer that in one word, I would honestly say your mindset, frankly. Like your mindset is so powerful, you all. So one of the things I wanted to share today, when it comes to mindset, is how reminding you of how important it is to be surrounding yourself with positive, inspirational, and motivating and uplifting people. It is so important for your mindset. So this past month, honestly, thankfully, I've had like I've just been around the most incredible, amazing people here. And for some reason, okay, sorry, my computer always, let me exit out of this. My computer always likes to update, want to update. It will pop up a message of like, you want to update? And I'm like, no, I do not want to update in the middle of my life. So, so sorry about that. But this month I've been really fortunate to be around the most incredible, amazing, and inspiring people. Some of you heard already, but this month is a month with the Ryan Neese Foundation, which I'm on the board of, that we got to take our youth, their rising seniors, to a service trip. And it was really cool because I was around the most amazing teenagers just doing great things in the community, like learning about leadership, learning about giving back. They're so heart centered and just like givers at such a young age, too, which is really cool to see that. So I had that opportunity, and then from there, I went, that was in New Orleans. And then from there, I went to Atlanta, spent some time with the Next Level Speakers Academy group, who are also the most incredible speakers who are speaking all over the globe and like doing great things to help people. I spent some time in, in Wyoming and Denver and all these other places. And then just recently in Nashville, uh, meeting with other like-minded people who are trying to help people all over the world. And the reason why I'm sharing this is because it's just so important to be surrounded, no matter who it is for you. It might not even be coworkers or colleagues, but for you, it might be supportive family members or supportive friends or whomever it is for you who can help you to really think about shifting your mindset for the better. So I want you to think about right now, if you could identify for you, who is it for you that you know, man, when I'm around this person, when I am surrounding myself with these, maybe it's a group of individuals, like you really start to feel better, feel more motivated, feel more uplifted. Like, who is that group for you? Or who is that person for you or persons for you? because the reason why it's so important to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with those sort of people is it actually, there's plenty of research on this, but it actually helps you energetically. It helps you with your mindset. And if one of the goals, hopefully, which is one of the goals of mental health moment, is for you to really think about how do you become the best version of who you are so you can show up powerfully for yourself and for those around you. One of the ways to do that is to make sure that you're doing your best to surround yourself with people, like minded people who are also trying to elevate themselves personally and professionally, who are also trying to do great things, right? Like that should be one of the goals as well, because you don't have to always do this alone. There are people out there who want to help you and who want to support you. I really wanted to remind you of that today because it's so critically important. And so, well, in my next book, A Mindset Training, Conquer Your Mind and the Rest Will Follow, one of the chapters is really devoted to how do you think about, again, connecting with those individuals. And you may, right now, when you ask yourself, you may be like, Dr. Hammond, I don't have that person or persons in my life who I feel is uplifting. But do know that there's a lot of people in the community who do want to support you on wherever you're at with your mental health and wellness journey. So I was actually in a talk the other day. It was Pasco County. If those of you who are familiar with Florida, and I remember there was a lady in the audience, and we talked about this issue because there's a lot of parts of building your mindset up. And when we talked about finding those people to really connect with, she was very honest, and she's like, you know what, I don't have that right now. Like in her life, she had different family members and friends or people that she knew that was more toxic, right? And she was very vulnerable and honest in sharing that with our group. And what I say to that is maybe you're in that boat, or maybe you do have the positivity, but either way, it's really important for you to find those set individuals. So there are really great support groups that exist in a lot of communities if you're in that space where you don't have that, that even are virtually. So then they might not be your neighbors, they might not even be where you're at locally, but there's a lot of good resources for that, like NAMI, National Alliance on Mental Illness. They have a lot of different great support groups that can be there for you. But the bottom line is to make sure that you stay connected with others. There's so much, there's so much research. I could talk for 5 hours on it, which I won't tonight, but there's so much research on the benefits of staying connected to people. I mean, especially after COVID-19, you all, with everything that we went through as a globe and how disconnected we were from people in person, this is really an opportunity now when you think of like, how do I recover from that? Some of you are still recovering, which is okay. Um, Even though we're not in 2020 anymore, or 2021, like there's still some things that a lot of us in the globe are recovering from. So it's really critical for you to think about how can I stay connected, especially to people who are benefiting your mental health, especially for people who are uplifting you, inspiring you, cheering you on. And I'm going to take a quick pause because I do want to make sure that I thank you all for being here today, not just for me, not for mental health moment, but for yourself. I really genuinely want to thank you because I totally get it. I know it's overwhelming. I know I work in the space of burnout prevention now. Like, I get it. I know things can be stressful. Maybe you're in a dark time of your life. Maybe you're experiencing a storm. But the fact that you're here right now to be like, you know what, let me learn something where I can shift my mindset. Let me learn something where I could try to better my life and better myself is totally commendable. Like, I love people like you who are tuning in. So I really genuinely from my heart want to say thank you for doing that for you, not for me, but doing that for you. This is what it takes, well. It takes you taking the baby steps. So again, on today's mental health moment, it is about how do you find the people, the positive people to connect with in your life to make sure that you're working on shifting your mindset for the better, to work on your inner strength. It's a journey. We're all at different places, but how do you work on your inner strength by connecting with others? Because that's a real thing. And wow, I can go on and on about it, but the social connection, how it can help prevent depression and anxiety and a lot of things that you may be going through or may be at risk of experiencing if you are isolated from others. The other thing I wanted to share, let me see if I can change this, scroll down really quickly. Here it is. Okay. The other thing I wanted to share, which is really excited, I'm super excited about this summit, you all. If you all are in the Orlando area or plan to be in the Orlando area, on Saturday, July 27th, I'll be speaking at the Amp Your Life Now Summit. I'm like so excited to be there. It's hosted by my dear friend Manny. And ampyourlifenow.com is where you can get tickets. But it's just going to be phenomenal because it's a one-day event. It is about how to amplify your mental health, how to amplify your mindset. There's someone there speaking about like amplify your finances through real estate, and your relationships, like all different parts. That's one of the things I love about this summit is it's really thinking about how do you amplify all the parts of yourself related to your mental health to be a better version of who you are. So that's why I'm just really excited to be there and support that and also speak at that event. But you can go there for tickets. And also, let me put this on here. There's so many things happening right now, you all, this summer. So I'm also going to direct you to my website, drnekeshiahammond.com. My team, who is amazing and incredible, like the most incredible human beings, is helping me this summer to make sure that we get all the events on the website. So the Amp Your Life Now, July 27th in Orlando is one of the places. Also, there's some other ones coming up where I'll be speaking at throughout the country. We're going to do our best to put everything on the website because it's a lot for me to update you all with the different events. But it will be on the website, drnekeshiahammond.com. So you can always go there. And super excited if you all do show up for one of the events in person to meet you there. Actually, there's also a virtual event, but again, everything will be on the website. I don't want to inundate you with like my whole speaking schedule here. But there is a virtual summit that I'll be hosting also in August, which I'll get you all the details for when we get that up and running, that information. But I did want to share those things because this is really a lifelong process, you all. And I don't say that to scare you. Like, I thought this was going to be overnight. I don't think anyone thinks mindset training is an overnight endeavor by any means, but in a great way, you really have the opportunity throughout your life when you work on making this commitment, which is what I hope each and every one of you do, to changing your mindset for the positive, for the better, to show up as the best version of who you are for yourself and for those around you. You have an opportunity, and I hope that you really take the time to stay in the space of personal and professional development, whatever that is that it may look like for you. That's definitely something that I have really made the commitment to over time. It took a lot. It took a lot of some burnout and some heartache and pain and all those sorts of things for me to realize how much I really needed to shift my life and make myself my number one priority, which is what I teach to people right now in this phase of my life. Um, but I hope that for you all as well, that you understand when you make yourself your number one priority, that you can really, really, really shift your mindset, really work on your self care, really work on, like I shared today, surrounding yourself with positive people who are going to uplift you and help you in this journey, frankly, because it is a journey called life, right? There's just things that happen. Positive things, negative things, surprises, all the things, right? We have all of that. But it's way more helpful when we're surrounding ourselves with positivity around us. So on today's mental health moment, definitely sharing for those of you just joining as a reminder to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with positive individuals. Make sure you're choosing to be in spaces and environments that are going to uplift you, that are going to empower you to be the best version of who you are, whatever that looks like for you. Because again, it's not just something that's affecting you, but it's affecting everyone else around you, frankly, and your community, which is important. So I encourage you to really think about that today as you are as you are on this journey of making your mindset better, and on this journey of making sure that you're taking care of your mental wellness, which is important, which affects so many other parts of who you are. One of the reasons that I wrote mindset training is because, well, the book is about holistic self care. And one of the reasons that I wrote it is because your mindset can absolutely affect your physical growth, your mental growth, your emotional growth, and your spiritual growth. All of it is interconnected. All of it is interrelated when you work on changing your mindset. It's not an overnight process. I wish I could say that. You all know, for those of you who are not new to mental health wellness, I wish I had a magic wand, which I don't have. I wish I had a magic wand just to make everything better for everyone. But since I do not have that said magic wand yet, it is a process, but the good news is that it is doable for you. Like it absolutely is doable for you to work on changing your mindset, work on getting to a better positive place, work on getting through whatever it is you may be experiencing right now or have in the past or have in childhood or wherever that is. You can work on healing. You can work on your mindset. You can work on having inner peace. All those things are available to you when you work on changing your mindset. So I want to remind you of that. And also, I feel like I had another announcement for you all. I think I already told you. Yes, about the virtual summit, which I'll give you more information as I get that here soon. But again, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. I am super proud of you, even though many of you I haven't met because I'm just on this live with you. But I'm super proud of you for showing up here today, frankly, and thinking, you know what? How can I work on changing myself? How can I work on taking the steps? There are steps to take. They absolutely do work and can work for you when you take those steps, even if they're baby steps. So proud of you for being here. Thank you for showing up here today. If you all need me before next Tuesday, you can always reach out on my website, drnekeshiahammond.com. And more than happy to connect with you on any social media outlet. I'm on there sharing different mental health resources. But again, thank you all so much for being here, for showing up for you. I will be back. Have an amazing week, you all. Take care of yourself. Make sure you find that person or persons to really connect to think about changing your mindset and surrounding yourself with positive and inspirational and uplifting people. Very important. So be well. I'll be back next week. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.